Hi, I'm Greg Denning. Right now I'm back in the United States. Got a couple speaking engagements. And it's been awesome to come back and visit family and friends, have some great conversations, and it's brought back a lot of memories and remembering great experiences. And specifically remembering the change we had, the transformation. And I was thinking back to this time where we kind of lived unconsciously, right? We didn't even know that there was another life available. We kind of grow up, and I think this is a great principle for all of us. Sometimes we just kind of grow up in our world, and that's what we know. And we don't know what we don't know. Outside of our reality, outside of what we currently are aware of, we don't know what's going on out there. Or we might have, heard of it, little glimpses, but we don't know how it is. And I remember when this idea was presented to us that you could live differently. You could create your own life and live life on your terms. You didn't have to follow social conditioning or the pattern or the scripts that society gives to you or that others hand you. And I remember thinking, what? No. Come on. Really? And then it starts to grow and you're like, maybe this is a possibility. Maybe it's real. And then finally you meet someone who's actually doing it and you're like, no way. Can it be done? And then you attempt it. You go for it. And so many times in life we're doing that. I often meet people or observe people who are just existing and living unconsciously. Kind of sleepwalking in a lot of ways. They go through their routines and they do the things they do, and they often don't know why. And even you stop them, you ask, well, why do you do that? Why do you live that way? Why do you have those habits? Why are you going to school that way or going to work like that? Why are you pursuing that path? And a lot of times, I don't know, that's just what you do, right? And so I want to challenge you today to try to find out what you don't know, right? To try to expand your reality. I think you could almost do that every day. That you could expose yourself to some kind of education, some kind of situation outside what you're comfortable with, what you know, what surrounds you. Another country, another place, another genre, another art, another skill, another arm of science, a branch of history. Wake up to what you don't know. Why do you eat the way you eat? Have you really educated yourself about what you're eating? Or you just, hey, that's what we've eaten. So you grew up eating, or that's what's available at the store you go to, so that's what everyone eats around you. You realize, hey, wait a minute, not everyone eats like that. And there's an ideal way to eat. Why do you do the things you do? Look at all your habits, TV or the radio or shopping, consumerism. Why do you decorate your house the way you do? Why do you have a house? Right? Start exploring all these different things. Well, why do you drive the car you drive? Why do you have the friends you have? Why do you do the work you do? Right? You with me? And you start exploring these ideas and say, wait a minute. There are other ways to think about it. And I'm not saying you have to change everything. I'm just inviting you to be more conscious, more alert, more intentional and deliberate. To say you step outside of that and say, well, wait a minute. Boy, some people live this way and others live this way and others live this way. And now I get to step back and I get to choose. It's just not unconscious anymore. It's not just something I've always done, so I keep doing it. I step back and go, wow, okay, I like what I'm doing, but I want to add this and that and kind of alter my life and make improvements. So my challenge to you is take a minute and sit down and talk to your spouse, talk to your children, talk to your friends, and you may get some kickback. And a lot of people will be like, what? They don't like the change. They don't like the discomfort. And they don't know what they don't know. If it's outside their current reality, they're not aware of it. We do it all the time. I mean, I'm sure there's so many things that I'm not aware of. It's just beyond my current reality. And when I get exposed to those things, hey, cool, I didn't know that. So challenge yourself and talk to them and look through your life and say, well, wait a minute, why are we doing that? Is that the best way to live? Mentally, do that. Physically, do that. Spiritually, do that. Emotionally, do that. Socially, do that. Maybe you have social habits just always done. You just kind of grew up, the people around you and the society that you're a part of have always done that. What if you were to change? What if you were to move? What if you were to get some new friends that live and act a little differently? Right? The goal is to choose the best path for you and not to just keep going unconsciously. So that's my challenge. Wake up, get excited, expose yourself to new ideas, challenge conventional thinking, challenge your own thinking, why you've been doing all these things for so long, and slow down. I know it seems kind of crazy, and some of these things you'll be like, that's weird. But stop for a minute and say, well, okay, wait a minute. There are 1 billion other people or more who do things so differently. Maybe there's something there. Maybe they've been doing that for 1,000 years. Maybe there's something to that, and my culture has been doing it a different way. It doesn't make one right or wrong, but there's something wonderful to learn. So constantly expose yourself to new ideas. Broaden and expand your education and your exposure to other cultures and ideas. And let's wake up. And let's try. We're always going to be unconscious of certain things that we don't know yet. And the goal then is to just keep learning more and more new things constantly so that we expand and grow and live the best life we possibly can. Reach upward.